What's up, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Geeks Without Borders. It's 2023. Welcome back. I hope this actually stays in because it needs to deserve to stay in. I got my co-host, Jason the Braytrain Bray, and of course, JP, continuing to be the toy man, JP Cool Mateo. I'm not going to infinity. I said JP Cool Mateo. Yo, what's really good with y'all?
Oh, mate, it's just
Happy New Year's, by the way.
happy. Well, that's what's going on. New Year's, Christmas, everything. Pretty slow on the movie front, but we got a couple ones to talk about, so that's good.
You know,
Yeah.
what about you, JP? How was the holidays for you?
It was tiring hosting like family events, and it's good that we didn't have much any geek consumption to go on because it's getting really tiring. But know,
This man said I needed a recharge.
yeah,
Yes.
I've
I'm
been
not alone.
I've been rewatching Sons of Anarchy, watched The
goodness.
Mayans, and The Godfather of Harlem, just so I can.
No, that's definitely getting away
Wait,
from
didn't
the
you
geek.
already finish The Godfather of Harlem like way before? You're just like,
Yeah.
yo, I need another shot of it in my arm.
Well, Forrest
Yeah.
Whitaker's really good in it, so.
Well, I was catching up. This is my second attempt at catching up on Community. 'Cause
Oh,
I'd never seen it, and I heard lots
wait,
about
hold
it.
up. Come on. Whoa. Hold up. You've never seen Community up until this point?
No, I started it, and I just didn't
I
get into
haven't
it.
seen Community.
Wow.
I haven't.
And I thought I was like taking a step out of geek world, but the longer
No.
that series goes, the more geek it is. It's
I mean,
well, yeah,
Community is the whole reason that Civil War and Infinity War and Endgame could even happen.
but that's why I watched it. I watched it because of to see the Russos pre MCU and
Russo,
Dan
yeah.
Harmon pre Rick and Morty to see okay, because I just haven't got around to seeing it.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it, and I can definitely see Dan Harmon's fingerprints all over it. I can see it's Rick and Morty on its way, like it's evolving into Rick and Morty. Very much so. Rick and Morty just takes. I haven't finished. I'm on to the last season. I could see it just dovetailing into that. But I don't see the Civil War stuff. I
No,
keep looking for it.
It's in the paintball. It's the paintball wars. That's where it comes into play. That's where it was. How do you gather the multiple facets, that large group of characters, and balance all their times equally, and still be able to drive the plot? And that's what the basis for Winter Soldier, in Civil War, Infinity Wars, Endgame. It all came from almost the basis of the first paintball war.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's fair enough. It's a very clever television show because it's set. For JP, if you don't know, it's set in basically it's supposed to be in a library, just 7 people studying in a library, and yet
It's at a community college.
No, yeah, but they're in the library in the community college.
They're
And
in the
consider I
study
don't even
hall inside the library at the community college.
well, I don't
So
even know what
it's like
I don't even know what a
Japanese
community college is. So
Community college is basically just like a 2-year version of university. So
Right.
it's basically where it's a cheaper version of being able to get your elective and your base classes out the way before you go to the university and get your
Right.
major stuff out the way.
right, okay. I just thought it was a university for morons. The way because that's how they portray it.
I mean,
That's exactly how they portray Greendale.
Honestly, it's the way that that community colleges were initially presented. Basically, it was like if you can't get into university, you have to go to community college, get your grades up, and then you transfer your credits out to the university. But now, because universities are so expensive, it's just go get your base classes out the way and get your grades up and do it for like a quarter the price, and then transfer your credits out to an actual 4-year university. So you come out with your associate's degree and then go get your bachelor's of arts, bachelor's of science.
So if I did describe what I've seen from Community thus far, and there's only a couple episodes left to see. It starts off being very Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and ends up
Right.
becoming more Rick and Morty by the end of it. And that's good. Like I
How
like.
many seasons is it?
It's six. There's like 25 episodes.
Oh yeah, it's full season.
In the first season, it's like
it's 25.
whoa.
It's 25. It's 22 episodes per season for the first 3-4 seasons. Then it moved from NBC to Yahoo for season 5 and 6. No. It moved to, I forgot. It moved online for season 5. Then it moved to yahoo.com for season 6, which was, it just needed, everybody just kept bringing it back. And yeah.
All right. Yeah. One question. What streaming platform is it on?
Netflix.
All right. I'm gonna check it out then because it's Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, it's. But I didn't get into the first. I didn't get into the first.
This is the early days of Danny Glover. All right, of Donald Glover.
Yeah, he's good. He's quite amazing.
I mean, if you never saw him in his days before that, this is where Donald Glover rose out from the ashes.
Yeah. No, the casting's great. I still in two minds about what they did with Chevy Chase, or what Chevy Chase did to himself, because I found out that he was really terrible off set.
Yeah,
and he was difficult, and that you notice that as the series continues, he's in it less and less.
Out more and more from the show.
Yeah,
I really like Chevy Chase is terrible. That's why I kind of, not.
But he's generally still funny. Like when he's funny, he has still got the Chevy Chase thing. But my opinion is they don't write very well for him, because I think obviously there's tension there, because he never really proceeds much out from being an idiot. A little bit, but he doesn't really. The other characters develop, evolve, and I got the impression that at season 3 or 4, he's in it less and less because he didn't like to be there on because they were filming for days and days and weeks, and he didn't want to do that, and so he becomes thinner. His character becomes thinner and thinner.
But that's a kicker. Chevy Chase has always been like that, even in the 70s, even in his SNL days. He's always been an incredibly difficult actor to work with, but incredibly talented. The catch was, now it's talent did not match the value of to deal with. And it was like, you're right. They started weeding him out. And to be honest with you, I thought it worked. The show only dies once Donald Glover leaves for me. I was like, this is wherever it really started to dip off, in my opinion. I don't know if you've gotten to that last season yet.
Yeah, I'm in that last season now, and it definitely misses him, but I'm still laughing. I'm still into it.
It still has funny parts. It just, I think the energy felt different, especially like the Troy and Abed situation. Just in
the morning. that really started working on me. The Troy and Abed in the morning. Anyway, I'm gonna ruin it for JP. Those two had a real chemistry, and it is fascinating from a writing point of view how they try to work. It was very easy to work around Chevy Chase. Jonathan Banks came on, and he just nailed it because he was such a presence. But Troy going on his round the world trip. Yeah, it happens. TV shows they did a little bit of MASH. They did a little MASH by bringing secondary characters more into the fray. Like Chang comes into it. Dean Pelton.
Which was natural. Those were natural ones to bring in. I think it got. The sixth season, I think was naturally always going to be the weakest one, just because I felt like they were stretching out their comedy, and it was really kind of just hitting the same rhythms. It was no longer starting to become an ending, and it was just like, okay, no, feels like you're just becoming a character. Actually, it's like what happened to Scrubs in season 9.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe!
Subscribe!
Die. Oh, die.